Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. How you doing, everybody? It's Night with Nikki. So I hopefully you guys come on. Um I didn't do the write up like I usually do, but no worries. We'll get there. So, what we're doing is, of course, every third Tuesday of the month, we have Miss Nikki Jacobs over here on Raven's Flock. So, we have Raven Swan, the Viking Celtic, and Miss Nikki Jacobs, who is Angels, Our Life. Yes.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm a little whacked tonight. How you guys doing out there?
That's all
I
right.
am definitely going whacked. So, you know us. We talk about this, that, and the other thing. Oh, Ed added a post. Okay.
Everything.
So we just do a little this, little that, little this, little that. So, yeah. So we're going to do a little bit of chatting. And right now, I've got this beep, beep coming in here.
You're cutting in and out. Is it me or
Yeah,
is it?
it's so weird. I have no idea. But I'm getting
Yeah, the beep
beep,
beep is on
beep.
my end. I'm getting.
So it sounds like somebody's trying to call
Yeah,
into the
that's
network because it keeps saying beep, beep. So we have a night with Nikki here, guys. Chat, chat, chat. Let's find out what's going on. And of course, my thing is going, oh, there I am. All right. So what's going on?
I'm coming in. Right. Hang on a
Okay.
second. Right.
All right.
Close some of
Hold
that.
on.
Yeah, that better? That's a little bit better. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll read that later, guys. All right. So tonight, of course, we always follow up topic.
This way.
So don't
Oh
expect
God,
us
yeah.
to stick to one subject at a time.
Oh
Okay?
hell no.
It's just not going to happen.
No.
But
Ain't
we're
happening.
going to start off on the right track tonight. Can't guarantee
Right on.
it's going to end there. So, and oh, don't forget, guys, I am jumping here. April 9th. April 9th. I want you guys, everybody, I want everybody to go over to the Rift Nation Network. All the shows on the Rift will be live on the Rift pages. Makes it a little less confusing for everybody to go to this page, that page, that page, this page. Every show's just going to be boom right on the Rift. It's going to make things so much easier, so much more organized. So that way you guys can just tune in and say, oh, yeah, let's go to the Rift. I know it's on tonight. Oh my God, it's astrology. Love it. So
Right on.
I swear to God, this is coffee. Okay. I
I was
swear it
gonna
is.
say, what are you on, dear? Why can't
Oh,
I have
no.
some?
What I mean, literally, I didn't think I'd ever make it to a new set of glasses. And I am so happy that in 7 to 10 days, I'll be able to see at a distance and close up all at the same time. It's an amazing thing.
That is a very, very
Yes.
big frickin' deal.
Yes. And to boot, the frames are purple.
Oh, even better.
Okay. Yeah. Purple. I love purple. So, what we're supposed to be talking about tonight is self awareness.
Yep.
Now, what is self awareness? Well, I'll start you off and I'll explain. I explain to you what it is. Okay. Let me explain. Now, self awareness is your ability to perceive and
I love this.
understand things that make you who you are as an individual, including your personality, actions, values, beliefs, emotions, and thoughts. Huh.
And there we
Huh.
go.
So essentially, it's a psychological state in which the self becomes the focus of attention. Huh.
Yep.
So, how many of you guys out there are having issues with self. Am I aware? Do I care? See, I don't, but I'm aware.
And you're aware that you don't care.
I swear to God, I need a little jack thing so I can actually sit up straight when I talk on my mic because I lost the other piece to the other one that I had with the because I just
Well,
went
you
through a
don't
whole
have to sit forward. You
huh.
just sit back, relax. We can still hear you. I
Yeah,
hope.
but my
I
coffee's
think.
right here, so I don't want to go too
Yeah,
far from.
yeah. I was gonna say.
It's Dunkin'. I brew it at home. Mm, yes. So tonight is about self awareness. Now, Nikki always picks the topic, so she sent me a poop load of topics. And I said,
I did.
ooh, that one sounds good. Let's talk about
And
that.
and now I can't remember any of what I wrote down. That's what's driving me nuts.
Well, think
But
of it.
that's
Think
okay.
of it this way. A computer, if you've ever seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. That was Terminator. You ever seen Terminator? They always announce the computer became self-aware at blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so our brains similar
Oh, yeah.
to a computer where we become self-aware of us, all of us.
In many ways, it is.
Uh.
I know that. I know that mode.
Huh.
In many ways, we whoops, hello. In many ways, we are very much like a computer.
Mhm.
Some of us more so than others. I know people that have memories that just like, whoa, how do you retain that? And it's because they're using a huge section, a much bigger section of their brain than most folks, and
Yes,
it's
agree.
critical thinking. Yeah, I mean, it basically it boils down to critical thinking. But here's the thing: what I've been finding is that a lot of folks are going through a difficult time right now, or have been,
Yes.
and they need a little encouragement in how to not so much self regulate, more along the lines of how to get themselves out of that,
Uh,
um, the negativity of it, and turn things into a positive in how you
uh,
choose to look at
uh.
things. It's perception. Self awareness really also boils down to every aspect of a person's being,
Yep.
from their soul to their spiritual to, I mean, just everything under the sun. And oh my God, I'm getting a burning sensation in my lungs. That only happens. Okay, who's here? We got
In
somebody
your
wanting to talk.
in your lungs,
Yeah, it's as if you had mentioned something earlier to me.
Helen. Call
I didn't
Helen.
even.
She's gonna slap me for saying Helen, but hey, say Helen.
Helen.
Nana.
um, yeah, the only time I get that is either just before I'm about to have bronchitis or pneumonia, and that's bullshit. That's not happening.
Mm.
Um, but the other time I get it is when I'm around. It's not cigarette. Oh my God. You had mentioned a specific kind of smoke. Those are the
Yes.
only two times I ever get.
It wasn't pipe
It's a
tobacco. It
specific.
smelled
It's
like
a
a cigar. Cigar
Yeah.
smoke. I
That's what
smelled
I'm
that
feeling,
earlier.
and
Yeah.
I'm feeling it on my left side, and it's real specific. The only time I get that is either somebody's around
Yep.
me and I'm not registering them.
Sorry, the
This is
Rift
not
Nation
astral.
on chat is going a mile a minute, but I can't really read it.
Okay,
Okay.
what's they got? What they got? Because all I see is YouTube.
Voted and they're voting and blocking and all kinds of stuff right now. So I can't do that and this at the same time. And here's the thing. There are certain individuals, okay, that I can read a book. I can retain
Hmm.
all the information from this book and I can
Yep.
explain it to the masses, to the world, and say, okay, this is what happened in that. And I read this and this was my interpretation and how to do it. But I'll get up, I'll go to the kitchen and I can't remember a goddamn thing I was supposed to go in there for. Why is that?
Yeah, honey, all of us do that. That goes
But if
big
I'm
too.
so self aware, why can't I remember what I wanted when I went in there in the first place?
Because you were so engrossed in the book. That's all about short-term memory. That all comes down to short-term memory.
Damn it.
Um, yeah, I know. Trust me, I freaking get it. I freaking get it. Um, so, oh my god, so many things are popping up into my head right now.
Uh-oh, is my
I wanted
family
to. Who
bugging
the
you?
hell? No,
Thank you,
gotta say
Howie.
I like your mom though. She's
You
a
like my
sweetheart.
mom?
I like
Yeah.
your mom. She's a sweetheart, and boy, she's a,
She's blunt.
she's a,
She's blunt.
she's
Let
a,
me tell you something about my mom
yes,
and my
she is.
even my grandmother at
Oh my god, is she ever
97
blunt?
years old with oxygen would have picked up her walker and slapped you upside the head with it and told you to smarten the hell up. And
Yes.
then she would have plopped it back down, sat down, and continued doing whatever she was doing. No questions
Yep.
asked, like nothing ever happened.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yep. My mom, same thing. She's very blunt.
Uh-huh.
Yep. They're
I
all
agree
blunt.
with that.
Okay, God, what are they saying now?
100%.
Because I'm ready to give up on
No,
something. They got an
no,
opinion here.
no, 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 no. Um, no, it's just they're yeah, they're very blunt, but
Yes.
I like your mom. Now I don't remember talking to your grandma, but I like your mom.
Yeah.
So, and yes, blunt is
Uh oh.
why am I getting a wagging of the finger? I'm
Oh,
getting a wagging.
God. Am I
That's
in
at
trouble
me.
again?
No, that's it directed at me.
She's
I'm like, I
telling you
did something.
no.
She's telling me,
Uh
and I'm
uh
like, oh, what did I do?
Ma.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Anyway,
And she'll do
um,
that. She'll look right at you. This is what she used to do. And she'll just go,
oh my god. See, I didn't know that.
yep, that's exactly what she did. Yep, all the time. I mean, she had ALS, so her finger was a little bent, and
She'd still, but it's if she can't move the finger, it's
she can't
be the
move the finger.
wrist.
She'll move the whole wrist. She's still gonna tell you, "Oh,
Yes.
don't you dare do that. You ain't doing that." I'll tell you something. 57 years old, right?
Oh crap.
I think I
Yeah.
was what? My mother died a year ago, so I was 56 years old, and still, it was like, shit. My mother called. I gotta go. Let's go. Go now. Gotta go. It's my mom. I'm gonna get in trouble every time.
That sounds familiar.
I tell you,
Oh
she was
crap.
French, Irish, and Scottish. And when you said jump, you said, yes, ma'am, how I?
Yeah, huh? That was kind of my mom too. Irish and Scottish.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I'm walking to the store. We'll get back on topic sooner or later. But I'm going to the store and I'm with my daughter, Destiny. I know I can't help it. My mother's bringing up all these things that make people laugh. So I'm going to the store with my daughter, and I know my mother. You
Yeah,
don't get
oh
fresh with my mother. She's not going to yell at you in public, but she is going to do something to make sure you don't have to do it again. So walking, and all of a sudden they say, Desi, give me a hand. This traffic. She goes, no, with an attitude. My mother politely lifts her foot, kicks her in the ass. She falls over. And she goes, Mommy. I says, you can't do that in front of your grandmother. I knew that was going to happen. Let's go. I'm not arguing with her. I done that when I was a kid. I learned my lesson. I said, let's go.
oh god, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. She didn't care where you were.
I
She'd lift the foot, kick you right in the seat of the butt, and that was it. Let's
yeah,
go.
I didn't have my butt kicked, but yeah, I had yeah, and man, you learned real freaking fast.
Yes.
You didn't mess
Yes.
with my mother.
Yes. You know, my father, okay, he was mostly
Oh, my family
Swedish.
could tell you stories too.
And,
Oh
my mother
crap.
was always wait for your father to get home. And my father would be like,
Huh? What?
unless he was mad. Then when he was mad, he'd go like this. He'd go, then you need to run like hell. Run! Hide in the corners, under the bed, go to a neighbor's house. Pick up something and start
Get out.
cleaning. Anything to get that
Oh my
tongue to go
god.
back in the mouth because you got the, and the weird thing is you grow up, right?
Yeah.
Self-awareness. I'm becoming aware how much of my parents' reality became mine. So technically
Yeah.
it fits. Yes. You become
Technically, it
aware.
does fit.
Yes,
Our
because
parents.
you become aware. It's like, oh no, when I grow up, I'm not going to be like my parents. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to do that. So my kids one day, they were just sitting there having like the world's worst. I could not wait for summer to be over. Okay, all five of them together, and it's like, oh my god, I need one of those caramel sticky houses so when they get in it, they can't get out like a Venus flytrap, a gigantic one. Wasn't happening. So it got to the point where I sit there and I went, and I had that same face as my father. I looked at my kids and said, look what you did. I'm now my parents. This is all your fault. Self-aware.
Aware, yeah. It makes you realize a bunch of things.
Yeah. All these things that your parents tell you, you think it's going to go in one ear out the other. Guess what?
Mm-mm.
You'll get it
It
when you get
stays.
older.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things that stay.
Oh my God.
And then
I
there are
just got all
things
this
you're like,
weird shit happening in
why?
my head tonight.
Such as
All these weird memories.
of mom and
Right?
dad.
Yeah. Weird memories. Like, let's see, my mother and father, my brother had to have a gerbil. My mother said, don't get him a gerbil, Wally. My mother, and she's told him, don't get him a gerbil. Well, I'm just going to get him a gerbil. He'll take care of it. Okay. So, oh, look at this cool plastic cage I bought. They chew through those. My mother
Yeah, I
said,
know.
Wally,
I had a gerbil.
don't put the gerbil in that cage. Okay. All right. He
We
put the
we we
gerbil in the cage. So, my father comes home from work asking us what the hell we're all doing because we're all around the pool table trying to scoot a gerbil out of the pool pockets of the pool table because he's crawling on the inside of where the balls
Yeah,
go. And we're all
yeah.
sitting there tossing the balls and trying to get the gerbil. And the gerbil comes up and right down another hole. And oh my God, the whole thing was hilarious. So I was old enough to help. My brother Wally was old enough to help. Marianne was an infant, and Kimmy just couldn't stop laughing. So it was just the four of us,
That would be
you know,
that would be
8
me.
holes, 4 of us, it just doesn't work. I don't know. So, yeah, that's
Oh,
one
that
of the
poor
things that
gerbil.
we did. Yeah, it's like he was traumatized. And the whole time my mother's laughing, going, I told you not to buy the goddamn plastic cage.
Yeah, I had mine went from plastic into a metal wire. Couldn't chew the
Yes.
wire.
No, but they can chew the plastic.
Yes,
That
they
they
can.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's weird
and
how things
really
that happen when we're younger,
fast.
right?
Yeah,
They come back around.
yeah, they
Do you
do.
wanna know
They
how?
they really do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you how. My
Go for it.
father bought a gerbil for my son. He bought a plastic cage. My daughter, at the time, who was 2, was standing up on her bed, jumping up and down, yelling, Mickey Mouse is in my room! Mickey Mouse is in my room! Because the gerbil was in her room in the heater and we couldn't get the damn thing out of the heater.
Out of the vent.
Out of the vent. Yep. Stuck in the vent. Stuck in the vent. Telling you.
I had a cat that brought a mouse in. Let it loose because it was a present to me and to my kid. And where did that thing run to? The first place. zoom,
Yep.
down the heating vent it went.
Yep.
Throughout the entire house. Needless to say, I had those vents cleaned after that. I kept finding little mouse turds. I'm like, no, no. So
It's
yeah,
weird. Yeah. All these things. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm laughing so much. I'm hot. Oh. Oh. Phew,
you gotta
phew.
have your
Need a
fan.
fan.
That's
Need a
I
fan.
got one sitting here. Yeah, I got one sitting next to
Oh,
me too.
that's so much better. I'll tell you. And that's what it is. Oh, like that. Furry, smelly in the pipes. Robert White.
Yeah, not yeah. That's not.
No,
Oh
no, but
God.
it's
Yeah,
funny.
no,
It's
that's not
funny.
what you
It's
want. And oh yeah, those are times that you will never forget.
no, you
Never
don't. And
forget.
that's the difference.
Yeah, and those those moments help you to realize other things in your life. Those
Mhm.
are, on one hand, they're the laughable moments, but they're also the precious moments later on, because
Bingo.
you can look back at it and it creates such hilarity and laughter now that at the time it was really traumatic for whatever reason for all involved. But yet now you're looking back at it, hindsight, and you're just like, this is, you know, and it helps you focus and realize a number of factors in your life,
Yep.
in what takes place, in how you view things, your perspective on things. How
Mhm.
did you as an individual versus your sibling deal with the situation, if you had
Exactly.
siblings, or your friends? You know, if you were an only child and your friends were there at the time,
Yep.
and how you all related, it just, um, it really opens your eyes to a lot of things. But the self and the self-aware, the kind of stuff, excuse me, the kind of stuff that I wanted to talk about was along the lines of, um, recognizing, because there are a lot of positive that, as a parent, during the situation like that, it's a negative because of, oh my God, you've got a rodent in the vent. That could, and my God, shut the freaking furnace off. Whatever you do not want to, you do not want that thing to end up becoming, oh stop, I know where your head's going. I can feel it. Stop.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know,
Oh my god. Ooh,
So
laughter is contagious though.
so it is. It is, and it's good for it's good for our soul. Laughter actually creates excuse me, if I remember this correctly, endorphins in the brain, which helps the serotonin levels in the brain,
Yep.
which help release stress. Yes.
Exactly.
Roast pet. Yeah, you don't want to roast pet in the furnace. God, no. You want those things out of there. Oh my God, yeah, we had a time of it. And our cat was just, and the cat would hunt, and he figured out, where every vent was. Uh, and he'd wait, and you'd see the tail going back and forth, just waiting for this mouse to pop up and go somewhere else. And it's like, it's
Maybe he
happy
want
where it's
the
at.
kitty
Where,
wanted a playmate, so the kitty brought
oh,
a friend home. Look,
yeah,
mommy, I have a friend.
he liked to do that, and yeah. Yeah, we had words with our little Max at the time. It wasn't so nice. The words he said. It was like, cat, what the hell are you doing? Oh my God. Yeah,
No,
but
we've always had cats and dogs.
yeah, I've had dogs too.
Yeah,
I've
we've
had,
always had them both. My father had a dog, my mother had the cat. Now the cats,
yeah.
yeah, they'd wreak havoc in the house. But there was one thing about our Norwegian I'll count Teddy when I was growing up. If somebody came in the yard and broke in, that dog jumped right through a plate glass window, not regular glass, plate glass, jumped right through it, grabbed the burglar by the neck, and stood there until my father came out about 3 hours later. That poor guy
Yeah,
must have pissed himself I don't know how many times. Yep.
I know a story real similar to that that
Yeah.
deals with Russian ovcharkas, and they're huge dogs,
Wow.
and they, yeah, I cannot. It's not my story to tell, but it's
Yeah.
somebody that I know from a long time ago, and they had Russian ovcharkas, and wow, it's a story that has stuck with me. But my favorite one is the one that my son, with one of their dogs that they had, um, regarding a drunk guy walking down the alley, and he was at their house, and the dog was, and you got to remember, these dogs are big. I mean, like,
Yeah.
really freaking big. They're Russian ovcharkas are, they've got
Like a
numerous
Baston.
layers. Yeah, they've got numerous layers of coat,
Yep.
fur coat, and that's like a small bear.
Yep.
And they sound like a bear when they growl. And I heard this dog. And this is a dog that used to pin me to my front porch. Their daughter would bring this dog down to my house. We were only a block away,
Yep.
and the dog would walk her. She wouldn't walk the dog. The dog would walk her down the street, cross the street, and to
Yep.
my house. And when he saw me, I would like, oh my God, how you doing? I made the mistake of sitting down on my porch, and ever since he would, well, not ever since, but because he's no longer around, but
Yeah.
he would literally pin me to my front porch. I kid you not. One of his paws was this big. It was like
Wow.
a small salad plate, and I'm like, go to get up, and he's like, oh no, you don't. You're staying with me, and I'm like, yes, dear. And I'd sit and I'd pet him, and I didn't mind petting him, but I wanted to keep an eye on the kids, because they were.
He's like,
And he's
bitch,
like,
bitch, let's go play with
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Yep.
he knew whenever he knew it was me whenever I was walking up. He knew 2 houses away that I was coming up the street. I don't I mean, ears that can tell. And you got to remember, these dogs were originally bred for herding sheep in
Yeah.
very, very cold climates. And
Right.
so, God, I love that dog. So, but anyway, I learned a lot about Russian ovcharkas from that
Mm.
family. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, but I had
Must have
wonderful
scared the
memories.
hell out of the mailman.
Um, yeah, you did want to open the door. The door would go doom.
Mail? No. Catch!
Not catch.
Yeah. Catch the
Yeah.
mail. You bring it in. I'm not
Yeah.
going over there.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
they,
God.
but you have all of these memories, different things in your life, and they
Right.
bring laughter, and they bring awareness of different things. And if
Exactly.
you're so into constantly go go go,
Yep.
you're not making yourself aware.
Exactly.
I mean, and I'm hey, I'm preaching to the choir here. I've been there. I've done that routine. I
Yep.
was a type A personality when my kid. It was the house where everybody's kids came to my house. I mean, it was, and I had a small house, so the kids were always outside playing with our dog, playing,
Yeah.
with the cats, and yelling and screaming and hanging up and upside down in the cherry tree, and I just all sorts of stuff. So, but you learn. I mean, and I was into being mom. I was being advocate for a number of people, and I was trying to be as aware as I could be, as
Right.
aware as I could be, and um not registering at that given moment in time that I was a psychic and a medium. Hello. I mean, it didn't, it just didn't register with me that that's really what was going on with me at the time.
Exactly.
which is why I got nicknamed the Sentinel. Because you always know things ahead of time. How do you do that? I don't know. Whatever, it just happens. Leave me be, you know?
Yep.
And you just become, you have to become more aware, because if you don't, certain things
Exactly.
in your life may start to happen, and you may get forced in your lifetime to, um, I basically got forced because of my first back injury in 2008. And I got forced down and became really aware.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was really,
100%. I
really,
understand that. Fell and broke my
it,
back in the year 2000.
yeah, so you get it. And
Yeah.
you become, when you're a type A personality and you're constantly go, 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 do, do, do,
Hmm.
and you're doing, and I'm not joking when I say this. I was able and capable of doing oh, 7 to 9 different projects. In what the hell is going on with this laptop? Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that now. Um,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
no, I don't know what the hell that's all about.
Yeah.
Um,
Nutty Ape is my son, and he wants 1,000 pound of oatmeal cream filled cookies made from scratch.
now that's funny. Um, there we go.
Yeah, I
Out
mean,
of oatmeal cream
self
cookies.
awareness. It is
You have
what
to.
like what is the thing I remember? All these memories that I have, even though my parents were busy, I have the memories. To me, the
Yes.
memories are worth more than anything.
Yeah.
In other words, you couldn't pay me enough to take my memories away. The memories of
Yeah.
things that
Exactly.
happen with me and my kids, the goofy shit we used to do.
Yep.
I'm aware of the fact that, yeah, I didn't have much money, but I was always there.
Yeah.
Even if I was
Same
a
here.
single parent at the time, I was raising my kids. I was working, I was going to school, but I was still spending time with them. Yeah, I was busy, busy, busy. But I used to do goofy shit with them all the time,
And
you
that's
know?
how my
So,
mom was with me. I mean,
exactly.
you have to. We never had money when I was growing up. We never had money,
Yep.
and you did things that created treasure moments, precious moments that I
Yeah.
call them precious moments. And in those times that, um, okay, somebody is saying not everybody had parents like that. Yes, I understand that. I have had friends whose parents were horrifically awful.
Yeah.
And I get that. I understand that. But from those experiences, they have memories that they can glean moments of, whether it's happiness or whether it's, um, this is puts a smile on my face for a moment, because I
Yes.
know I cannot know why we're not going there again. Okay, all right. So, I was gonna say something and I got told no, Nikki, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Um,
Yeah, agreed.
so
Some people don't
you
have,
learn,
right,
yeah, you learn how to become aware,
right,
and some are forced early on, and
right.
others are not. I became, as in, yeah, yeah. Okay. As an ET abductee, I became extremely aware at the age of 4 years old.
Yeah.
But at the same point, by the time I was 7 years old, I got that completely shut down, that total awareness completely shut down, because I got shown what I call, somebody else I know is like, that's not a reptilian, Nikki. Well, to me, in my 7 year old eyes, it was a
Yeah.
reptilian. And I screamed bloody freaking murder. And they shut down um,
Your receptors?
conscious, my receptors in a very specific way,
Yes.
and as a form of my consciousness, a very specific way. So I was able to be a kid for a certain amount of time.
Yes.
And then I became more aware because of some other situations in my life.
Right.
And with each situation, with each, okay, somebody is literally giving me the words to say, with each passing moment in time, The more you make realizations in your life, are you really going to continue on or are you done? Okay, we're done. All right, all right. That's fine. You got you what you and yeah, I know who you are and I won't repeat who you are, but thank you.
What, my mom?
No, somebody famous. Anyway,
Ah,
um they've been around off and on the last couple of days, 3 days, off and on the last 3 days.
yeah.
Anyway, so my point, and it's not the humorist, the one that's the comedian. Anyway, so the point being is that creating and remembering those moments that create
Exactly.
a smile, that create a aha moment, or take notice of those. Those are important in your life because when you're in the process of going through something really detrimental, really,
Yep.
really negative,
Yep.
those are moments that you can glean at from your childhood or from whatever part of your memory.
Right.
Um, and you can use that in becoming more self-aware. And that's what I wanted to really talk about is changing. So you've got a negative situation in your life.
Right.
Well, think about positive aspects of that. Um, for example, when my mom was in the hospital repeatedly, and it drove me nuts because I was like, why can't we keep her well enough to stay out of the freaking hospital? Um, and those moments were really there were a couple of really scary moments, and then there were a couple of moments that were like, wow, okay, this is going to get better, but it hinders on patient's level, my patient's level, and some of the other family members' patient's level as well. And you have to look at the positives, find the positives. So in that moment in time, it was okay, we've got a good team of doctors. I
Yep.
like the nurses. There's out of all the experiences that I had in all the different hospitals my mom has been in, I've only had
Mm.
experienced one nurse that I wanted to kick in the ass and get, why the F are you even in this field?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I've actually
And
wondered that.
my mom, thank God that she hasn't, thank whoever, but she hasn't been in the hospital in a couple of years, and I am very, very appreciative of that. So those are my thank yous and appreciatives. And you find the positives, even through the negative, even through, okay, she's breathing, she's on the right meds. We're trying this with her and that's not working, but we're going to be trying this and maybe that's going to work. Find the positives. Find the positives in
Sometimes it's harder
those
than
negatives.
others. It really is.
Yes,
Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl says
yes.
hi. Sometimes it's very
Hey,
difficult.
Cheryl.
Some people as children go through really bad experiences. So
Yes,
it's hard for them to have like a positive outlook or know what to do. And then some of us who have had a wonderful childhood goes through something else where our parents become so ill that it's like, okay, this is out of my control. I can't stop this no
yes.
matter what you do.
Yeah.
Like my mother with ALS, you know?
And
So
that's, yeah.
it's a very difficult thing to watch. But parts of my mother's ALS, okay, was when she got her first chair. When she got her first motorized chair, she wanted to go to the mall. My
Yeah.
mother, oh my god, she put that thing on high speed, and me and Jacob practically had to run behind her and say, "Slow down!" And you can hear my mother up ahead going, I was like, "Son of a." So these are the moments in the bad moments that you
Yeah.
have to take away from it. Or that smile she had on her face when she got her second vehicle. It She could raise this thing all the way up and touch the ceiling. to reach anything she wanted in the top cabinet. She could lay down and stretch anywhere. She had lights to go everywhere and say, "Hey, check it out. I got headlights and directionals on this thing." So she would go everywhere and do that to everybody. So
That's awesome.
even though she's going through this, we have to exactly learn how to pick the good parts of it.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct. And it's a matter of literally changing the dynamics in your brain. It's
exactly.
retraining, it's literally retraining your brain from negativity to positivity. And if you
Bingo.
do that on a regular basis, you will
Yes,
get in, and it takes a while.
it
You
does.
cannot expect to do this. Okay, I'm doing this now. Why isn't this working? It takes a while. It took
Yes, it
me a
does.
year to really get into the grasp of how to do this. I had post-it notes all over the place. It drove my family nuts at times because I was leaving myself positive reminders, and you cannot have any negative
Yes,
in the note. So it can't, you know, it's an I will, not an I want, it's an I
I
will
will. Yeah,
blah. And whatever the negative that you constantly do the self talk for,
right.
write it up above, cross it out, put underneath it, put the retrained word underneath it, write that underneath it,
Exactly.
and post that. And when you see that, you'll visually see, you'll
Yep.
start to train yourself visually
Yep.
with you're literally crossing out that word and then putting the new positive word into your
Yep.
head. When you
Yep.
get to that phase in your retraining of your brain, then off comes that post-it note and on comes a new post-it note with the new word that has been
Exactly.
a new word for some time, so that you start seeing and you start training your brain. Very, very important. There's so much negativity in this world,
Yep.
and in people's lives. I think of a situation that was extremely detrimental last week to, or over the weekend here in the Seattle area, where somebody was in the process of being evicted and they had $13,000 in back rent, and they decided to use a weapon, and it injured
Wow.
officers, and he decided to suicide himself because he saw no other way out.
Yeah.
Find alternatives. This is my point. Change the game in your head.
Exactly.
Change the negativity, the detrimental, to positivity. If this
Exactly.
isn't an option, find something else that can be an option. If you're so regimented and set firm in your um, how you believe, and it can't be any other way, you're going to set yourself up for
Yep.
some really dire things happening. And
Yes.
that's what I don't want
Yes.
people to have happen to themselves,
Bingo.
because that's called manifestation.
Right.
If you
Because the
cannot be
exactly.
movable, if you cannot
Yes.
be pliable and
Yes.
movable, and you're so set in your ways about whatever the subject is, then you're not going to see any other options. And the
Exactly.
negativity, now that doesn't go into this person's trauma and all of that, but I'm
Right.
using it as a stepping
As an
stone
example.
for, as an example, as a
Right.
stepping stone, because it happens to people. That goes into depression. That's a whole nother ballgame, a whole nother subject
Right.
we're not dealing with right now. But as a stepping stone, my point is, train your brain for the positivity. Notice,
Exactly.
make your mind, literally force your mind. If you're driving and you see, I don't know, I happen to like cars.
Me
I
too.
noticed, I love old cars.
I go to
You
car
know,
shows all the time. I
yeah,
love the
same,
old car shows.
same,
Yeah.
yeah, same. And so, you know, you see an older car driving down the road, and it's like, oh, the color on that. Oh my God. Oh, they got a rest spot on it. But the car is beautiful. You know, the rest of the car, that they still have work on it.
Yep.
you find, make sure that you're noticing different things. Also watch the road. I mean, hello, you're
Yeah,
driving, watch
watch the
the
road. Yeah,
road.
that's always a good one.
But but make sure that you notice things.
Yep.
Register it in your brain. Don't
Yep.
just shove it, oh, that's pretty, gone. No, make sure that you notice those things. And then whoever your hierarchy is, or if you don't have a hierarchy, just put it out into the ether, out into the
Yep.
universe, as the old saying goes, and say,
Yep.
I wanted to say thank you for the things that I noticed today that were really pretty, really beautiful, what have you. Whether it's a bird that you don't, you see a hawk, you see a raven, you see
Yep.
um, an eagle. Like in my area, my neck of the woods, you see hawks and you see eagles quite, not a
Yep.
lot, but frequently enough to where, oh my God, the eagle's going after a smaller bird. Oh my God. Well, I got to see an eagle. Well, okay, what's the positive out of that one? Well, I got to see an eagle and I got to see this other bird, and oh my, the rest of it's not so good, but I got to see, and the fact that you were noticing it.
What? Yeah, my dog.
Just
It's like, all right, come on. Come on. Spoiled brat. Come on. Thank you. All right. All right. Talking to the microphone. No, in there. Talking to the mic. Okay. Sorry.
Hi.
Everybody say hi, Odie.
Hey,
He's a spoiled
Otis.
little brat, is what he is.
Right on.
Okay, sit down, spoiled brat. Get your hand out of my shirt. So, yeah.
Oh my God, that was funny.
Oh my god, he's so nosy, I'll tell you this one. Um yeah, but it is, and it's, you need to maintain that positivity, that
Yes.
that in order to maintain the beauty in life, you always have to find something positive. Okay, instead of,
Yes.
oh my god, I'm not thin enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough. Okay, instead of the I'm not, it's like, okay, I'm unique.
Yes.
Think of it this way. If the world was the same size, it'd be freaking boring. If everybody was the same, it would be boring.
Do
We're
you remember
all
the
uniquely us.
crap? I can't think of the name of the. I can't think of the name of the movie. Demolition Man. Do you remember the movie Demolition Man?
Demolition Man. Sounds familiar. Trying to think.
Rocky, the guy that plays
Yeah, I
Rocky.
know. I can't think of his name. Sylvester Stallone. Thank you.
Stallone. Thank you. Um, and in Demolition Man, they had an upper part of the city and the underground. The
Yes.
upper part, everything was the same. It was rigid. It was
Yep.
everything like that. Yeah, that's the kind
It's
of,
boring.
that is boring. It's boring.
It
There's
really
no
is.
real life. There's no life to it.
No.
And it's so rigid and so, I want to say fermented. Why is the word fermented popping into my head? I don't
I don't
know.
know. It's how you make
But
cheese. Things have to get
yeah,
fermented first.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
So
seriously.
see, even it
Woo!
goes bad, it comes out to be something good. There's my point.
So it's changing the paradigm. You're
Yep.
changing
Yep.
you're changing things, and finding a way to go about doing it. It's important. It's really important, for one's self, for their soul, for becoming more aware of things around you,
Exactly.
for just even walking down the street. I mean, people are so, oh my God, I got to be looking at my phone. It's got to be this. It's got to be. Stop.
How many people
That's for
walk into a
another
wall doing
time.
that?
Oh my God, there were people that I've seen walking into a stupid pole because not they're not watching what they're doing.
Okay, but what's the positive in this? You got to laugh.
Well, yeah, I gotta laugh,
I'm
but
sorry,
it's
guys.
them being
I'm sorry. I can't help
it,
it.
it's them with their nose down, and they're, I mean, that's the kind of thing. Think of this. If you're out and about and you have your nose down,
Right.
You are making yourself a victim
Yep.
for a criminal because there are certain things that people in crime look for. Oh, good grief! Go off my get.
Oh, that's you.
Sorry about that. That was me. I'm on my other account, and that other account has a plethora of people that I follow, and
Yeah.
so I get these notifications when they all go
Beep,
live.
beep, beep,
Beep,
beep, beep,
beep,
beep.
and it drives me nuts.
Boom.
And I
Yes.
don't know how to shut that part off when I'm on a live.
Notifications. Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. Um, but yeah, so think of it that way. That's a security issue, folks.
Exactly.
I mean, that is a huge security issue.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
they've always said this, and it just popped in my head too. Every action has an equal and
re-
opposite reaction.
reaction.
So
Correct.
if you're not, yeah, so that's true. If you're not paying attention, then
That's right.
yes, something can happen. If you're physically able to pay attention, then yes, I think that's what happens. Sue, I think I just heard you tweet. That was Nikki. That wasn't
That
me.
was
That was from
mine.
Cheryl.
That was my
Nikki did
phone.
it. Nikki did it. Nikki did it. But so what happens is now psychologically, if you're not able to like have that pay attention or be around those people and you have to do that to survive, that's different. But if you are able to, then yes,
Yeah.
actions have consequences. They do.
And
Not
a
everything that
lot of
happens to a good person is their fault.
correct.
Sometimes it's good things happen, bad things happen to good
And it
people,
opens
or
it
it's thrown at us for a lesson.
yeah, it opens doors to opportunities.
Exactly.
And what's
Exactly.
the opportunity? What do you choose to be the opportunity? Because everything we do is a choice that we have made. Oh,
Bingo.
I went down this road and that thing happened.
Yes.
But if I, excuse me, if I had gone down this road, that thing wouldn't have happened, but maybe something else would have. Or you
Exactly.
would have met somebody that could have changed your life. I mean, in a positive way. But I mean, it's just, it's everything is about choices.
Yes, it is.
So it's about bringing it around twofold, I guess is
Yeah.
the right.
It's like sometimes when like I said, sometimes when bad things happen to good people, it's not their fault. It's because they're meant to slow down.
Yeah,
Because they're
they're
in other words, the
and that's the thing.
universe
They
was
don't.
saying, "Okay, stop, stop, stop." And
Yeah,
sometimes accidents just happen. There is no explanation for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
you've
it's
got
what
to.
lesson you take from it.
Yes, very much so, and
Yeah.
you've got to take notice of it. And a lot of thing, the thing that I've noticed is that people don't notice. They just they just want to whine, bitch, complain, carry on, and blame. Well, there's a time and the place for that, but at the
Right.
same time, take notice. What was the result? What were the positives that came out of that negativity?
Exactly.
In what positive way? Okay, I'm going to say something that you don't know about, and it's
Okay.
going for some people it's going to be very shocking. Oh no, it's not one of those.
Okay.
It's
Damn
not
it.
one of those. No, this is a truly negative thing,
Okay.
but I look at it as changing my life in a way that ended up helping me.
Okay. Yep, that
I
happens.
didn't I did not believe that obviously when it happened because it was so traumatic. As a child, I was raped,
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
Now, yes, I have had counseling. I've gone through all the stuff,
Yep.
all the blah 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 blah. Blah. I've been there, done that.
Yep.
Did it, don't care to do it again. I learned all kinds of things and I retrained my brain because of the different things.
Right.
Now, here's the thing, it took me a long time to come out of the other factor that I wanted to talk about is the fear factor, because
Yes.
fear really affects us.
Yeah, it does.
When I started going through my flashbacks, the flashbacks of being told that as a child I would be murdered and blah, 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 but we don't need to go into all of that.
Right.
If I told, well, it took me years to come out of the fear to be able to say, oh my, this took place. This
Yep.
happened to me.
Yep.
This is what, and this was after the ETs. That's a whole nother subject. Woo. So this wasn't
Yeah.
before. This was at long after the ETs.
Yeah, exactly.
But and so the point is you take notice. You've got to come out of the fear
Yeah,
of
you do.
whatever it is. And when here's another, this is a minor example in comparison to that horrific example. When I was in high school, I was terrified to. I was in drama. I was in a drama class, and I was terrified to get up on stage.
Huh.
Now, I've been up on stage in front of 250, 500 people.
Yeah.
I was incredibly nervous about doing it. Did a lot of praying, did a lot of meditating, all this other stuff.
Right.
And now I'm on shows talking about all of this, and I had to come out of my fear going, I can do this. If I can come through this muckety crap, I
Yeah.
can sure as hell do this.
Exactly.
And it's coming out of the fear. It takes different aspects of fear in our life, and you have to recognize what it is you're afraid of.
Yes, you do.
What is it that you're truly, deeply afraid of that you can't get over the hurdle of? Well, change the dynamics, change the flip the script,
Yep.
okay? Change the dynamics of the negativity into a positivity. Because if you don't, you're going to stay stuck in that fear.
I agree.
And if you can flip that script from the negative to the positive and start working on it and regaining your self out of that fear,
Yep.
you can go by leaps and bounds into
Yeah.
other things, and it opens. You go from this I'm stuck, I can't,
Yep.
to this I'm working, and then look at that. You open up, and look at that. It's even wider, and hello,
Yep.
you're able to do things. You're able to talk in front of people. You're able to talk about this. People think that because I can openly have a conversation about these things, that I've been told everything under the sun about whether the rape
Yeah.
scenario, whether the childhood crap, the ET stuff,
Yep.
the psychic stuff. I've been told everything you could possibly imagine, including my weight, including aspects of my life, including
Yep.
blah 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 blah. Blah. That's on
Yep.
them.
Yes.
That's on them. That's
Exactly.
their crap.
Exactly.
I've come through it. I can talk about it openly. I have no problem in talking about it and being open with people, because if it can help somebody else not go through the shit that I went through and the crap that I also put myself through because I was so terrified about different things. Yes,
Exactly.
I still have fears. Yes, that I still work through some of them. Ugh. And they're not fun. But you come through it.
Yeah, you
Like,
do.
as I always talk about, you go through the mud, the mucky water,
Yep.
eventually you get to clear water, and then
Yep.
guess what? You're on the sandy beach and you're walking away.
Yep.
Hello.
See, that's why I
It's a
think you and
process.
I have connected because you and I
Yeah,
have been through a lot of similar
yeah,
circumstances. My
yeah.
abductions still go on here and there. As far as the
Same.
rape, yes, I've been through that as well. So, yes, we have a lot of similar circumstances for us,
Yeah.
and we've all chose different paths. Like Otis, he's my emotional support animal because I won't go in public around guys unless there's somebody with me. Now I can with my
Yeah.
dog.
I
And now I
understand
get
that.
a really cool poopy puppy.
I I understand that.
Yeah.
For me I had to go take
Yep.
a hand-to-hand combat street fighting
Yep.
to regain me
Yep.
after what
I've
I
done
went
that
through,
too.
and
Yep.
yeah, and
I
that
used to
was
have
one
those
of
little
my
girly arms. Now I got the Swedish arms. Yeah.
right
So yeah,
on.
I went through that as well. So Robert says that he's frozen and he can't get up mode. He says I'm
Holy
frozen and I
crap.
can't get up mode. Is he too cold?
No, he'd be hot and sweaty. He's in
No.
Australia.
Well, then turn down the AC. That's my recommendation. I don't know. Yeah, and that's what it is. A lot of us have been through things, the fear factor,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
choose not to live there.
That's right. Because if you live there,
Exactly.
you literally create your environment.
Bingo.
And
Yes.
I know people that have stayed in negativity. They're in their 50s and 60s,
Yep.
and they, uh, that's where they live. And it's like, why
Exactly.
do that to yourself?
You don't want to do that. You
Grow
have to
new
find a way.
things.
Yes.
No, you have to move.
Us talking about it, okay, or what it is. Mine is a totally different circumstance, but us talking about situations, yes, might give somebody else the courage to say, I'm afraid, but these two ladies talked about it. I think I can do this now. That gives
Yeah.
somebody else the courage to come out. And so by people talking, especially like women or even men that have been through situations, it doesn't matter, male or
Yes,
female. When you've
that's
been
right.
through
It
some
doesn't.
situations and you're afraid and you have this fear and you have somebody else that's actually talking about it, then yeah, okay, I can say this now. I can do this now. I can accept this now.
Yep.
And
Makes
that
a
helps others get through the fear.
That's right.
Yep,
And it you know, talking about it. That's the other thing. Find somebody that you can talk about it with.
exactly.
And the other side of that is find a counselor. Get
Yep,
into proper counseling.
yep.
Those
That's
are
always good
really
too.
deep things. Yeah, there are
Yeah,
some really deep things. I mean, I wouldn't have had it any other way. The different things that I've gone through in order,
right.
because they've made me who I am now. I've made realizations. Oh, for Pete's sake, get off my phone. Thank you.
But
Sorry.
I don't
My
want
screen is
to.
doing all sorts of weird, crappy things, and I'm like, stop it. You two, stop it.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
wait a minute.
stop.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. That's enough.
Okay, I am in the
Anyway,
wrong spot again. I thought it was just me. Oh, you know what? People are all over the place, but I need to make this announcement again, guys, okay? You right now you're probably watching, some of you watch on Raven Swans Flock. Now, after April 9th, all of the shows that are on the Rift Network will be on Rift Rift Nation Network. Okay. I did share the link at the beginning of the show for the page. So I'd like you guys to go over there. There's also a YouTube page, a Twitch page, a Facebook page, but us as a collective unit decided to become a collective unit. To me, makes more sense. So we're all actually going to have, all of us will have our shows on the Rift Nation Network, which makes it a lot easier for everybody to be able to find rather than going to this page and to that page and to this page and to that page.
yeah,
Guess what? Everything's all in one. Okay. So you can watch or rewatch all your favorite shows and say, oh, wait a minute. I know she said something about the node and the known, or I know it's not a gnome. Okay. She's not on, so I can't ask her, but node. I don't know, North Node, something. Anyways, she does astrology. So you can say, oh, I got to go back and I got to check out what Joni said. Or, oh my God, what did she say? So everything's going to be literally on one page. So nobody has to jump all over the place to find each other.
Wow.
And this actually starts on April 9th with the Orion effect. So you'll be able to
Should be
find
April
Raven
9th or
Swans
April
Flock
6th.
over on that.
April 9th or April 6th.
April 9th is when it starts.
Okay.
Yep, April 9th.
Okay.
So
I
April
just
9th,
wanted
that's the Orion effect. That will be the first show over on the Rift Nation network.
Okay.
Brand new
Awesome.
page, brand new page, and travelers and everybody come on over. So everybody go over to that page. It's just going to make things so much easier for us to all be on the same page rather than jumping here, jumping there, jumping here, jumping there, jumping here, jumping there. Go jump,
Boom,
jump,
boom, boom,
jump,
boom,
jump,
boom,
jump,
boom,
jump, jump,
boom,
jump.
boom.
I feel like one of those bobbleheads in the back of the car, you know? So
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
I know. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Ooh, frog in my throat. Frog in my throat.
That's all
Like
right.
me. Yeah, poor Cheryl can't seem to find everybody half the time. So I just shared the link again to the Facebook page. Next week I'll share out the YouTube page as well. So go on over to that page and literally you're on Facebook. You'll be able to find it. Everybody can chat together and you can actually find all your favorite live shows. So, and we've got a lot of awesome stuff coming and I'm going to let Howie tell everybody about that when he decides to. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. Hey, I was bobblehead in the back of the car not too long ago. See, Cheryl, you're making a funny over your accident, okay? You're taking a situation that was negative, you're taking it and you're trying to make others laugh, okay?
Right on.
So, see, you found a positive. Sorry, hurting though. But you did find a positive because you could see the bobbleheads going. I know we're supposed to be talking about a bunch of other things. Anyway, we get sidetracked. It's
Yeah,
not our
we did.
faults. It's not our
No.
faults. It's the aliens. Who the heck?
Actually, I
Somebody out
am
there
here
tell
to.
me who the blue alien is.
Oh, we'll
I
have to
packed
talk
my
to Keith.
books. Yeah.
We'll have to talk to Keith
Yeah.
about that because.
Yep. The phase and the blue ones are the new ones for me.
Oh, really?
The blues are the new. New blue review.
Yeah. Do they look like
Cheryl,
grays,
that will
but they're blue?
happen with my bad suspension.
That will happen with bad suspension.
Oh, no, she got into a car accident
Yeah.
and with a broken vertebrae in my neck. Yeah, that's what your neck, yeah, that's what your neck
Ooh,
was doing.
honey,
Yeah, she did. She broke her neck. You know, she's still walking,
girl, you're amazing.
isn't she?
Seriously,
Yeah.
that's you're
She might be in
amazing.
pain when she does it, but she's still doing it.
Yeah,
Yep. So,
I
see, you're a
understand that.
misnomer like the rest of us.
Broke my tailbone a year and a half ago, and
Yeah.
almost 2 years ago, and it hurts.
Yeah.
But
I got
I get
nothing
up and I
connecting the
walk.
tailbone to the rest of my body. Lumbar number
Woo!
5 is completely gone.
Oh,
They
honey.
actually
Yep.
had me when they finally released me from the hospital in my accident in the year 2000. They called me back in. The doctor looks me straight in the face and says, "How do you walk?" I said, "One foot in front of the other with a lot of pain."
Yep. That's
Because,
me too.
yeah, and that's what it is. Think of it this way: bumblebees technically are not supposed to be able to fly because their
Correct.
bodies are heavier than their wings. But
Yep.
do they fly? Yes, they
Oh,
do.
hell yeah.
Why? Because they don't speak English and nobody can tell them, dude, you're not supposed to be doing that. See?
All about frequency, baby. Number
That's what
5
it
is
is.
alive. Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, so there's all kinds of self-awareness. There's body self-awareness. There's social self-awareness, and interperspective
Higher
self-awareness.
consciousness.
I mean, literally, it's all over the place.
Higher higher consciousness awareness. There's all
Yep.
sorts of aspects of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Nikki will be here the third Tuesday of every month.
every month. Yep.
Every month, third Tuesday of every month.
Woohoo!
Suck it up.
I have no idea
She's
what we're
gonna
gonna
be
talk about.
here. You know what?
Yes.
Even if we plan something to talk about, all these goofy things come
We
out of my
go
head. The
off.
moment I see you, it's like I haven't seen this friend in a long time. So it's like, hey, guess what?
Hey, we do.
I get like this word vomit of situations that happen. I'm telling you.
And I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
I don't know. One of these days,
Oh
we're
my
actually
god.
going to figure out a topic. We're both going to research it, and we're both probably going to lose our paperwork and talk about something else anyway. So,
Don't forget to tip your waiter. She's here all night, says Robert. Oh my god.
and this is me on caffeine.
Yeah. I haven't eaten like I normally do. So,
Uh
I've
oh.
got a little bit of food and one med, but none of the rest of the vitamins. So, yeah. And the fact that I can that's another subject. Anyway,
The new doctor really didn't think I would walk. I knew you would because I'm sorry you got grandkids. I knew you. You love your grandkids so much. Hello, Laura.
yeah,
Hello,
that's how
Laura.
I was.
Laura. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
So we're getting close to the end of the show here, and
Yeah,
as
we got it's
usual,
just funny.
we really didn't
They're about
follow a topic too well.
no, we didn't.
But did you guys have fun? Did you
There you
laugh?
go.
Do you think that you can be saner than me? Then you win.
We all have sanity. Or at least I hope we all
Shh.
do.
No one knows. No one knows that. And that's what
Oh
it's
my
about.
god.
Sometimes it's
Yeah, you gotta
just
have fun.
you gotta have fun. We're talking about self-awareness. We ended up with synchronicity, and we both had rodents clawing through
Oh
stuff.
my god.
And that's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, no
Nikki's
kidding.
giggle is contagious, Cheryl says. Topic. We don't need
Ah,
a topic.
I've been told that. Thank you, Cheryl. That's why they like me on to go on camera on Wednesday nights
Yeah.
because I do another show every Wednesday night with a
Ooh.
group and we're in on the Skype chat, right?
Uh-huh.
And usually there's one gentleman on video and I just went, oh screw it, okay, I'll go on video. Well, I get the giggles. There's like 7 to 8 of us, sometimes 9 of us on chat, and I get the giggles, and I put myself on mute, and I got yelled at 2 weeks ago, going, Nikki, take yourself off of mute, because I and my face, I got laughing so hard, my face, I from down here all the way up, bright red, redder than my shirt,
Yep, that's what Robert just said. She
right?
turns beet red.
Yes. And I got to laughing so hard, all I heard was Cole going, Nikki, take yourself off of mute. We all want to hear you. And I couldn't stop laughing. They got into some topic and they all got the giggles just for me. And I'm like, why is it that it's me that's laughing? Why aren't the rest of you? Because this shit's funny. Like,
Yeah.
granted, we don't always talk about topics that are funny, but
Yeah.
the camaraderie between everybody and the little comments here and then my nasty little wicked brain sometimes just twists things
Yes.
and it just hits and I can't stop laughing. And
Yes.
it's just and then somebody else says something else and I'm like, did I hear that? Wait a minute. And then it's just and I'm like, oh my god, I've got a dirty brain. I've got a dirty brain.
Well, if my relatives are anywhere around you, that's probably true.
Well,
Oh.
and mine too.
Well, we're
'Cause mine are
Viking,
that way.
Irish, and Scottish, so take it from there.
Yeah, there
Add a
we
little
go.
French in that. Norwegian, yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, and I've got Russian Polish, so you know.
Yep, forget it. Ain't gonna
We
happen.
gotta
Nothing's gonna come out right.
yeah, all of it. One side is Irish and Scottish, and the other side is Russian Polish. So you know.
You know,
Oh
this
God,
whole
what a
time
combo.
growing up, I didn't even know I was Scottish.
Oh, I didn't know.
Until I
But
did my
yeah,
DNA, I didn't even know. I've always
yep.
known about the Viking. I've known about the Viking. I just didn't know where, where we came from until I did the DNA. And I've always known I was Irish, but I didn't even know I was Scottish.
That's like me. I
That's so
found out
weird.
a month and a half ago that one of my grandparents, one of my great grandparents, father's father and mother were from Ukraine, and I was like,
Oh.
I didn't know that. I'm like, I, nobody told me that, and I'm like, and I was the record keeper of the family on that side of the
Yes.
family. I'm like, you didn't tell me that. What? And I started, and all my family's on the other side. I mean, all my biological family, except for some cousins and stuff, but I
Yeah.
mean, all the ones that were really close to me. And I'm looking at them going, you didn't tell me this. Why didn't you tell me this? I wanted, this is the kind of stuff. So all I knew was Russian and Polish. So I had
Yeah.
words with my family, and boy, did they have words with me after that.
I did. Yeah, trust me. I didn't know we were Icelanders.
Yeah, thank you.
I didn't know we're Icelanders. The Viking part of us is Icelanders. I
Yeah,
didn't know that. And then when I was tracing down the other side of us, which is the Scottish and Irish, gets so freaking confusing. But the Scottish and
yes.
Irish side, I'm chasing it down, and they're saying, "Yes, your picks." I'm saying, "What the hell is a pick? We pick our nose? What is a pick?" No, evidently the picks are what the Celtics were originally called. It's when the
Yes.
Vikings came over, they called us Celtics. Why?
Yeah,
I don't
nicknames.
know. They probably meant something else. So evidently the original Celtics were called Picts. So my family comes from there too. And I'm saying, awesome. But you try to actually trace the names down. Aren't the
Yes.
name Svanbeck, because the way that it's spelled on my personal page, the SV, that's the spelling. It disappears.
Well, and see, that's how okay, now that's where my dad's side of the family, they
Yep.
changed their original name when they came over to
Yeah, they all do that.
this
On
continent. And
Ellis Island, they changed
yeah,
everybody's name. But I mean, even before that, it
yeah,
was,
well, and uh,
Gustav something, Svanbeck,
Gustafson,
but
yeah.
huh? Gustav, yeah. But behind that, it was, Gode, which is Gode. Now, if you go to
Yeah,
his
yeah.
father, there's
Yeah.
no Swanbeck. It's Godo. Godo. What happened to
Oh
the
my God.
Swanbeck? You can't trace anything down.
Yeah, I understand this.
Hey, Brolik.
If it, hello.
It's so weird. Oh, will you
Oh
lay down
yeah,
and
and
feel better? Love you too, hon. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
oh, I know what
Yeah,
that's like.
feel
You
better.
have to, yeah,
Watch an
definitely
awesome
feel
movie
good.
for me.
Yes, me too.
Yes.
One with a lot of humor, because the humor, you get to
Yes.
laughing, that helps to
Yes.
heal the body.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Trust me,
especially.
2 injuries, I understand this really
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Find your laughter. The
It's
healing really
off.
affects.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing. I mean, trying to trace your family history when nobody in your family was originally born here except for you. But when you're looking at your
Hmm.
roots, my roots are every other place but here. I'm not Wampanoag. So that's just the way I look at
Yeah, I got some interest. Yeah.
it.
I had
Yeah.
no idea my one grandmother had, what was it, 8 siblings?
Wow.
Seven siblings.
My
And
grandmother
I'm
had
like,
9.
I didn't know that. I thought she was one of four. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. And I remember two of them. I remember two of them when I was under the age of 8.
Yeah.
And there was one uncle that, yeah, that's a whole nother subject. You want to talk about trauma and kids? Don't stick your kid in with a dead body in the freaking funeral home and close the damn door. Don't do that to your child.
Who did
My
that?
grandmother did that to me regarding my Uncle Sam, and I still to this day I want to smack the living shit out of you for doing that because that traumatized the holy living crap out of me. I love you, but
Wow.
that really did me in as a kid. I was like, don't do that. No. Yeah, I got over that. I got over that. But oh my God.
See, stuff like that, stuff like that didn't bother me because I was seeing their spirit floating around. So they tell me to go to the coffin and say goodbye, and I'm looking up saying, bye. And they're looking at me like, who the hell is she talking to?
But see, I was hearing them talking to me and their dead
Yeah.
bodies in the coffin with the open coffin, and I'm looking at the body going, why isn't his mouth moving? I
How
didn't
old were you?
understand why I was 7 or 8.
Yeah, that would confuse you. Yeah.
I was like, why I didn't grasp the concept why his mouth
Yep.
wasn't moving.
Yep.
And yet the ETs, I knew that, and I'm like, is he being because it was mind speak telepathic,
Yeah.
and that's what the ETs were doing. And I'm like, why am I not seeing his chest go up and down? And why is he talking to me from his mind? I didn't know it was him that was, I mean, he was,
Yep.
don't do
So
that.
Robert said the reason the body that didn't move because it would have traumatized you for life.
Oh, you think? I was already freaking traumatized. Are you freaking kidding me?
I
They
very well
closed the
today,
damn door and
Brolick.
won't let me out.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yes.
So guys,
Yeah,
don't
so yeah,
forget to
don't do
go
that.
over to Rift Nation
Right now.
Network. I keep pushing that. Yeah, would have traumatized
Mm-hmm.
you, but I had trouble
But I
going
got
all
I
the
mean,
time. Yeah. I just, I don't know. My mom and dad, they don't believe in funerals. They don't.
oh,
Honestly,
one
you want
side
to
of
know
my family did and the other side.
my perfect funeral will never happen
Why is that?
because I want an old-fashioned Viking funeral. Put me on a boat,
Oh,
push me
out
out,
in the
have
water.
somebody pull the arrow and
Boom!
go um
You
set me
might be
on
able to
fire.
get that. You might be able to get that in a different country, or you might be able to get it on somebody's property
Hmm.
that's got a
I'd love
lake.
to have that done. Yep, I would love to. Zombie apocalypse, Robert says.
Think about find somebody that's got a lake on their property and
Yeah.
I think you'd probably have to have a special license or ordinance or something like that in order to have something like
Make
that
sure
done.
the anchor's good and short in case they don't know how to shoot the arrow.
No, you put oh, I know.
We have crossbows now. Shouldn't take that much. Let a crossbow on fire, the whole thing will go. They'll probably drop it, scream, they'll shoot the neighbor. Who knows? I don't know.
No.
I
You have
have
all kinds
my
of
dream.
incendiary things on top of the yeah. Their way. Oh, I gotta. We can talk after this. There are a whole bunch of things that are popping into my head.
It's just what I've always wanted. From the time I was a kid, before I even knew I was related to the Vikings, I've always wanted a Viking funeral. Always. It's just what I've always wanted. It's so weird. Is that you again?
Yes, I'm getting text messages now, and
Yeah,
I'm
because it
like,
sounds like your phone is farting.
yes, it is
It
farting
has
with people
gas.
leaving. It has to leave me messages.
I haven't read my messages. I turned mine down. I'll look at it after.
Yeah, don't know how to. Well, I suppose I could have muted them, but I didn't know that they would be messaging. They know I'm on a show. I mean,
Yeah, see,
there's only
Robert
5
says,
minutes
"Yep,
left.
it's you again. You have gas."
You don't want to be around.
Oh
Ouch,
my
my
god.
back.
What is it that we can find anything amusing every time we get together and
Ow.
try to have a serious show?
Oh my
No,
God.
it'll never
No.
happen.
Oh, I don't
Could
know
be a
about never.
serious topic, but we'll find a twist.
Oh yeah.
Lysol. He just wrote Lysol.
Ouch.
Oh my
Oh,
God, my
that's tickling
stomach
good
hurts today
sciatica.
from laughing so much. Ugh. Whew.
Oh, and I'm getting sciatica pain. So, I got to find a positive out of that one.
Actually, sciatica in your hip. You take your leg, right? Say if your leg is straight, you want to
Uh-huh.
bend your knee, put your knee on top of the couch, push forward. It stretches the bone where the nerve is in the sciatica, and it actually alleviates the pressure. I do it all the time because I have sciatica in one of my hips too.
Oh, I should do that. I could do
Oh
that
my
on
God, it
the.
feels so good. I'm literally, he
Yeah.
goes, "What are you doing?" Fixing my sciatic nerve. Now he just knows what I'm doing because I'll put my leg up there on the couch and then
Yeah.
I'll start stretching and pushing my butt out. He's like, "What are you doing now?" He's just used to it.
You're too
Oh
busy
my
getting sick
God.
to do that.
So don't forget, guys, every third Tuesday
Third
of the month,
Tuesday.
we
Yep.
have Miss Nikki with us.
And
And
there
you
are
never
days
know
that
what
we'll
we're
have
gonna talk
psychic
about.
stuff.
Even if we schedule something, it doesn't mean actually what we're talking about. It's a good chance you might hear a couple words here and there, but that's about
Very true.
it. So, Miss Nikki,
Oh
tell
my God.
everybody how they can find you.
Oh, let's see. Restore Belief with Nikki Jacobs on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook at, let's see, facebook.com/Nikki, Nikki dot Jacobs, Jacobs dot 376. That'll link to my psychic page. And you can email me at restorebelief2022 at gmail.com. And I believe that's it. Yes, that's it.
Yep.
Haha.
Haha. Oh, guess what? It's 9:30. We killed a whole hour and a half.
We did good.
So, don't forget, as Robert politely puts, don't forget to tip your waitresses. The bar is now closed.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, God.
Sorry. Last call, left a while ago. Please tip your waitresses. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. So say peace, people. Peace.
Bye,
Let's see if
guys.
we can say bye.